Welcome to the weight that we carry. Please allow yourself to slowly arrive. Noticing the support beneath you. The rise and fall of your breath, your inhale and exhale. Perhaps noticing the places in your body that might need a little softening. Maybe your jaw, your forehead, your shoulders, your hands, allowing your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Today, we're exploring the weight that you carry and how it may lead to a sense of burnout. We're looking at this not from a place of judgment, but from a place of understanding. Burnout often arises because we care deeply and give generously, while the demands that are placed on us exceed the support and the replenishment that's available to us to sustain the way that we care. The very qualities that we value most in ourselves, our commitment, our responsibility, our compassion, our perseverance, can become vulnerabilities when they're sustained for too long without enough support or rest. I invite you to tenderly ask yourself, how have I been really? Not whether you've been getting everything done or meeting everyone else's expectations, but how have you been? How's your heart been? What's your inner experience been like? Have there been moments of joy and engagement? Or have you found yourself moving through your days out of obligation, survival, or momentum? Or perhaps both, just simply noticing. Burnout can wear many disguises. Sometimes it appears as exhaustion. Sometimes it looks like irritability, impatience, difficulty concentrating, self-criticism, feeling emotionally flat, withdrawing from others, losing touch with things that once brought meaning or delight. See if any of these resonate with you. Not as evidence that something is wrong with you, but just as information, messages that are worthy of your attention. Now, if it feels supportive, I invite you to imagine that you're carrying a backpack. If visualizing isn't easy for you, simply sense what it might be like. This backpack represents all that you've been carrying: responsibilities, expectations, commitments, the people and causes that you care about, the invisible labor that others may never see, the effort of adapting, of persevering, of showing up day after day. Just notice your backpack. How heavy does it feel? Perhaps it's lighter than you expected. Perhaps heavier. Perhaps you've grown so accustomed to carrying it that you've forgotten it was there. Just notice without taking anything out yet. Just becoming curious. What have you been carrying that may be heavier than you realized? Perhaps worries about people you love, financial pressures, caregiving responsibilities, professional demands, grief, loneliness, the effort of appearing okay. The pressure to keep going, the belief that you should be able to handle it all. Whatever arises, see if you can acknowledge it gently and honestly. You don't have to solve any of it right now. You don't even have to understand it completely. Perhaps all that's needed in this moment is recognition. Yes, this is what I've been carrying. If it feels right, imagine placing this backpack down beside you just for a few moments, not abandoning your responsibilities, but just allowing yourself to rest from carrying them just for now. Notice what happens. Perhaps relief, perhaps discomfort, perhaps nothing. There's no right response. Many of us have learned to ignore our needs in order to meet the needs of others. Sometimes wearing our endurance as a quiet badge of honor. And yet, cultivating more awareness can allow us to respond before we deplete ourselves completely. If you've recognized aspects of yourself today, see if you can meet that awareness with compassion. As we begin to close, I invite you to consider, what's one act of care I can offer myself this week? Something realistic, something kind. perhaps going to bed a little earlier, taking a short walk, saying no to an unnecessary demand, asking for help, stepping outside, allowing yourself a few moments of quiet. What small act of care is your heart asking for? Please allow that intention to settle within you. And begin to notice once again the support beneath you, the rhythm of your breath, the feeling of your feet touching the ground. Carrying with you a sense of self-compassion, perhaps a renewed willingness to acknowledge the weight you've been carrying and to care for yourself with the same generosity that you extend to others. And as you're ready, gradually bring yourself back to this moment. Would love to hear from you either out loud or in chat. What's a weight that you've been carrying? For me, I've been carrying a lot of just professional demands as I had a work trip to Jackson Hole and now I have a work trip to France next week. And an act of self-care. Some of you who know me well know that I need to get more sleep. So just going to bed earlier. What about the rest of you? What's something that you're carrying in your backpack that's making it heavier than it needs to be? And what's one act of self-care that you can engage in? Brenda.
Yeah, for myself, just like we have such a short time to enjoy summer. So it's like this feeling like you got to get out and do as much as you can. While at the same time, it's like the busiest time with my work. And yeah, so I really resonated as well with the going to bed earlier. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. So, yeah, sleep is just really foundational to our well-being, even more so than exercise. If you can, I mean, what research shows is that if you can get more sleep as opposed to getting up early to go to the gym, it's actually better for you to get more sleep. And I love that, Isabel, that you're outside enjoying the beauty of summer in Canada. And then we have three people from Florida here who it's just so hot. It's not really the best season. I'm having that issue of not being able to see what's in chat. Anya, can you see what's in chat? Can you read it out loud, please?
Yes, we have Kate says carrying procrastination self-care is actually to get my house ready for dear house guests next weekend instead of having it lurk.
I'm glad you're having dear house guests next weekend. And then there's another message.
Yes, Joanna says the weight I've been carrying is insomnia. Self-care would be a better sleep routine.
Mm. So I'm going to turn the recording off, and I just want to thank Shakti for stepping in for me last week, and Christina will be stepping in for me next week. The topic is the wisdom within next week. And I want to thank all of our YouTube followers as well.